Hey friends, and welcome back to my kitchen. This week we are attempting a new recipe for S'mores Brownie Cupcakes. The name alone sounds so delicious and so decadent. I cannot wait to try these guys at the end. Let's get started. This is my sweet mess, and welcome to my kitchen, where every week I make a mess trying new recipes in the pursuit of something sweet. I went ahead and crushed up some graham crackers on my own. Hope you don't mind. I think it ended up being like 4 or 5 of those graham cracker cookie sheet things, and that got me to about a half of a cup. I am going rogue already. I know. The original recipe is actually dairy-free and uses coconut oil to bring the graham cracker crumbs together with the sugar. But in my house, butter is its own food group, and we have semi-regular conversations over our preferred brand of butter, whether we prefer it salted or unsalted. So we're just gonna use butter instead of that coconut oil. Now, if you wanna keep it dairy-free, like I said, you can use that coconut oil or vegan butter, or I think they actually have butter flavored vegetable shortening these days. You could use that. The point is, you just want to use something to get those graham cracker crumbs and sugar to stick together. The original recipe said to use a 1/4 cup of sugar, which feels like a lot considering I only have half of a cup, of graham cracker crumbs in there. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of sugar. Give it a stir, and I might actually give it a taste. Like I said, I grew up in a pretty big neighborhood, so s'mores and campfires weren't really part of our regular daily life. But the times that I go camping out at my grandpa's house, s'mores were definitely on the menu. So I'm just using an ice cream scooper to help dish this out, because we all know that I get a little bit heavy-handed, and then by the end, that poor 12th cupcake has no graham cracker bottom. Oh, before I forget, if you can find them, get the tall cupcake liners. There's a lot going on in this cupcake, and you want a liner that can handle it. I had to search. I think I actually ended up getting these on Etsy, but you need tall cupcake liners, and I wanted them for a standard size muffin tin. And as you can see, these cupcake liners kind of poke over the top, and that's how I knew that they were going to be a good fit for this dessert. I love this trick. This is one that I've picked up for the last, I don't know how long ago it was, but clean, flat bottom glass, and you kind of mush your stuff. Like I was saying, a few times a year we go camping at my grandpa's house. He owned this huge plot of land out in the middle of nowhere, which for us kids was absolutely so much fun. We get to ride four-wheelers. I think they're called ATVs. We always called them four-wheelers. Anyway, and we get to play in, the creeks and the ponds, and sometimes we'd get to stay overnight and camp. They'd build this huge bonfire, and we'd roast hot dogs and, of course, make some s'mores. We were taught early on what to do if our marshmallow accidentally, or on purpose, caught on fire. There were to be no Dennis the Menace accident at Grandpa's. Have you seen that movie? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's really old, from the 90s. It's got Walter Matthau in there, and who else? It's got Doc Brown from Back to the Future. What's his real name? Oh, Christopher Lloyd. That's what it is, Christopher Lloyd. Anyway, as we got older and still loved making s'mores, but we wanted to be a little more adventurous, a little more unique, as preteens do. So we wanted, and had so much fun trying, putting different types of candy in the s'mores. I always liked just a Reese's cup and a graham cracker, and then I'd eat my marshmallow separate. And yes, the Reese's was a little melty on my graham cracker, even though it had not been anywhere near the fire. It's the Southeast in the summertime. Everything's a little bit melty. These look absolutely delicious. Ooh, I'm getting excited. Okay, I'm gonna pop these guys into our preheated 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, but not before I add a smidgen of salt. I always like to salt my brownies just a little bit to add a little extra flavor. Sometimes I do it before they bake, sometimes I do it after. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now so I don't forget. While we're on the topic of s'mores, what are your thoughts on marshmallows? I've always liked them in s'mores, in hot chocolate, as a peep, straight from the bag. I like a marshmallow, in just about any form. As I've gotten older, however, I've learned that some folks feel very strongly about marshmallows. My boyfriend, for example, he likes them in hot chocolate and in s'mores, but does not like them as a peep and thinks it's very strange that I like them straight from the bag. So I let my S'mores Brownie Cupcakes hang out in the oven. It was warm for probably about, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes. So you can kind of see that the marshmallows have started to puff up a little bit and they've kind of mushed together, which is what we were looking for. But that also has shown me some gaps, which I'm going to go ahead and fill in here before we torch the brownies. I've never used a torch before, but we're going to give it a try. Yeah, be careful with that with the paper liners. But that's looking good. That's like a real s'more. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay. Ta-da! Ooh, I cannot believe how good these look. Oh my gosh. I am so glad I went with those tall liners because otherwise those marshmallows would have spilled everywhere. This smells good. It kind of smells like a little bit like a campfire because those marshmallows got that toasty, caramely smell. All right, enough chit-chatting. Let's give this guy a taste. Ooh, look at that marshmallow pull. Man, that is good. You get all the elements of a s'more. The graham crackers and the crust, the chocolate and the chocolate chips and the brownies, and that marshmallow on top. I am so glad I added just a sprinkling of salt to the top of my brownies. I think that helps add a little bit of a flavor contrast. Or maybe use pretzels instead of graham crackers, again, to just give it that salty contrast with that sweet chocolate brownie and the sweet marshmallows. This S'mores Brownie Cupcake is so reminiscent of having s'mores around the campfire as a kid at my grandpa's house. But this time, it's all from the comfort of my air-conditioned home. Thank y'all so much for being here today. And remember, trying new things is messy, but the end result can be pretty sweet. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now.